Welcome back to the Stream of Consciousness, everybody. I'm your host, Cyrus. Let's look at this story about a man who snuck into a Norfolk farm and had sex with a horse. Oh, man. It says the way he was able to put the reins on the horses shows he knew what he was doing. Wow. Let's take a look at a picture of the guy. Here he is standing on a stepladder with his pants around his ankles and a black square blocking his privates from your view. I mean, just look at this clown. Insane. Thankfully, the horse was not injured, but they are investigating it, trying to figure out who this guy is. It has a quote from the owner of the barn. She says, "To have someone break into your barn, pick out a horse like it's a lady lover, pull her out, and maneuver yourself in such a manner for self-gratification is beyond me," Hillary Swar, the owner of the farm, said. Holy smokes, like, this lady's got a way with words. Anyway, if that's too graphic for you, now's the time to absolutely turn it off. We're going to be taking a left turn to this old viral story. This is like a 15-year-old viral story about the Enumclaw horse sex case. Absolutely insane case. Happened in 2005, where this engineer for Boeing, Kenneth Pinion, and his friend James Michael Tate, a truck driver, and a bunch of other unidentified men basically had this sex ring going with a horse at his farm and several other farms that they were sneaking into in the area around them in Washington State. Turns out at the time that bestiality was not illegal in Washington State because it was repealed with a bunch of other anti-sodomy laws that were targeting homosexuals. For example, listen to this. Every person who shall carnally know in any manner any animal or bird, or who shall carnally know any male or female person by the anus or with the mouth or tongue, or who shall voluntarily submit to such knowledge, or who shall attempt sexual intercourse with a dead body, shall be guilty of sodomy. So you can see it's kind of like a catch-all. Like anybody who does anything but the missionary position, just kind of like a ridiculous law. So they repeal it, so Kenneth Pinion and his buddy James Michael Tate just go on this spree. Long story short, they were filming one of their sex parties with a horse named Big Dick. I can only imagine how he got that nickname. These guys were having all kinds of crazy sex parties, having sex with the horse, having the horse have sex with them, then having sex with each other. Oh my God. Like, oh, whoa, guys. I like horsing around as much as the next guy, but this is just ridiculous. Anyway, this behavior ultimately led to Kenneth Pinion's death. They were having one of these parties, and the horse was having sex with Mr. Pinion. Not a really good way to go, but I guess you could say he died doing what he loved. They since changed the law in Washington State, made this type of behavior illegal. So James Michael Tate, his buddy, the dude who was filming it, moved to Tennessee instead, where in 2010, 5 years after this incident, he was caught having sex with a Shetland pony. Oh my God, I guess he decided a full-size horse was too dangerous. He's going to move down to this poor little Shetland pony. So there's some real sickos out there just having sex with horses and getting away with it. That guy in Massachusetts that we started the story on, they're saying he may face charges if they catch him, but the article was real non-committal. So they may have some loose horse sex laws in Massachusetts too. I used to think the hardest part of riding a horse was the ground. These guys are teaching me that ain't true.